How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the stock market absolutely crushed it today. We had the S&P 500 up 1.8%. We had the Dow up 1.6%. We had the NASDAQ up 2.3%. And the Russell, get this, guys, went up 3%. So today we have to break it down. We have to go over some stocks. I want to break down some charts, and I want to go over my thoughts overall on the market. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe. Check out my Patreon, link down below if you guys want all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, and you guys could also get 5 stocks from Webull and $50 from M1 Finance, which, by the way, both of those are limited time, and all of those, the Patreon and the free money, again, are linked down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So take a look, guys. Volatility died down in a major way today. We had the VIX close down over 8%. And again, like I said in the intro, the markets completely exploded. And by the looks of it, SPY is trading well within this channel that we actually called out on YouTube yesterday, which is why it's so important that you, I'm looking at you right now, you have to subscribe to the channel, right? So we held 450 like clockwork at a higher low. We ripped off of that. We rallied close to 10, actually over 10 points from that 450, 451 low. We closed at 463.06 today, guys, and we're right by the moving averages on this 4-hour chart, which is why I have my alert set at $465. And I truly believe we could break out of there, and I'm not sure exactly if that's going to happen, but I think if we take that point out, this is probably going to go to all-time highs again, right? As we're seeing, again, volatility dying down and momentum slowly shifting back to the upside. But listen, if we don't break out of these moving averages, let's say if we fail at them, this rally that we saw today and yesterday, later in the day, if you guys take a look here on the intraday chart, we started to move yesterday a bit towards the end of the day. I mean, this rally could very well be a bull trap again if we don't end up breaking those moving averages. So literally everything is riding on SPY breaking 465. Will it? Will it not? I don't know. Time will tell. And I'd love to know your thoughts, dropped down below in the comments, right? Let me know your thoughts. And Triple Q, let's look at Triple Q, which you guys should know at this point tracks the NASDAQ 100. This is also seeing a bit of a rally. The low point from yesterday, which, mind you, yesterday we took the lows out from earlier in December. The low point from yesterday was 377, 378, and we ended up closing at 389 today. So we covered about $10, $11 of ground here on Triple Q. And like SPY on the 4-hour chart, Triple Q is right by the moving averages. So I think this needs to break 390 to 395 to really start gaining momentum, at least for the from the bulls perspective, right? So I'm going to set my alert at, let's put it at 392 for now. I'm going to be watching it over the next couple of days. And by the way, Friday, guys, we don't have a trading session, right? It's Christmas Eve, so keep that in mind. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody out there. I really appreciate all of you for watching, tuning in, subscribing, using the links down below. You guys are truly awesome. So keep your eyes on the markets here. Keep your eyes on the moving averages on Triple Q and SPY on the 4-hour chart. We're at very, very pivotal points right now. So let's go over some stocks now. Number one is AMD. And like I mentioned in my video earlier today, where we covered 3 oversold stocks to buy now, go check that video out after this one. We covered how all of my stocks, other than, except for 2 or 3 of them, at least on my watch list here, were green. I mean, look at the sea of green here. If I could push my face a bit to the right, you guys can see all of the green on my watch list. I mean, it's crazy. From DraftKings, CRM, Intel, Activision, Blizzard, oil, all these stocks freaking crushed it today, guys. And let's go look at, it's already on here. Let's take a look and break down AMD. So what I'm seeing right here on AMD could be the start of a reversal, right? And let me explain. What we're noticing is AMD starting to rally on the 4-hour chart. We've been seeing a bit of actually, no, it's not really a bullish divergence, but we're noticing actually an inverse head and shoulders here. Let me show you guys this. We have the left shoulder, the head right here, and then we got the right shoulder, which could be, panning out where we are now. And on top of that, we're trading above the 50 SMA, and we're literally on the brinks of breaking the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart. And if we start gaining steam towards the high 140s and we crack into the 150s, if that happens, that is where we're going to see a straight shot, most likely to all-time highs. And AMD is one of those stocks, guys, it catches fire and it starts moving quick. I mean, we can see AMD up 5 to 10% in one day, no problem. I mean, we've seen that happen before. So right now I'm seeing it's slowly breaking the moving averages. We're noticing this inverse head and shoulders. As long as the markets stabilize, maybe even go higher, SPY, triple Q, as long as the markets are strong here, I have no doubt in my mind AMD is going to rip into the 150s. Now, if the rally that we saw today was a bull trap, markets collapse tomorrow, the next day as well, AMD's probably going to get hit. But as long, again, as the markets stabilize, they continue going up, AMD's going to go bananas, in my opinion, right? So check it out. Ticker symbol AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. RAD, Rite Aid, is another one that I want to cover because we actually talked about this. Was it on Patreon? I forget. I don't know, but we covered it recently. I make so much content, guys. I forget whether I'm making the content on Patreon, here on YouTube. And again, if you guys want to check the Patreon out, that's linked down below. I post a bunch of stuff on there for my Patreon members. RAD reported earnings this morning, and the stock went up 21%. That is unbelievable. So let's take a look. And I think I mentioned in that video, wherever the heck I posted it, if they surprised, the stock was going to go ballistic. And let me tell you, that's what happened, right? They surprised in terms of EPS. They did 15 cents EPS versus the negative 14 cents estimated. So they crushed EPS, and they actually didn't beat sales. I was going to say they beat sales, but they didn't beat sales. 6.23 billion versus 6.32. So they missed sales by a little bit. But again, they pulled that surprise profit. And when it comes to guidance, they see full year 22 adjusted EBITDA of 500 to 520 million, and they see sales of 24.4 billion to 24.7 billion versus 25.01 billion estimated. So sales guidance is a little bit under the estimate for full year 22, but overall, the stock's still moving, and it's pretty interesting, right? Sometimes you see stocks that do well with earnings and the stock goes down, and other times you see a pretty decent report, maybe guidance isn't that great like we saw here with Rite Aid, and the stock starts ripping. And I truly believe, and I mentioned this wherever the heck I talked about Rite Aid before, this stock was so beaten down. I mean, look, over the past 6 months, it went from 23 to 11, which, if you guys can't do math, that is a 50% drop, right? I was a true believer that these earnings, they would have to be abysmal for the stock to go lower. So that's kind of why we're rallying. The earnings were pretty solid, surprise profit. The stock's already down so much over the past 6 months. It just needed to rally at some point, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. Call it a complete breakout or relief rally. I don't know yet, but RAD, it's now trading above the moving averages. It is breaking out on the 4-hour, and we are trading at multi-week highs. So if we end up taking out, let's say, $16, which I'll put my alert right now at $16, which was resistance, let's see here, beginning of November. If that point breaks, get ready for a move, guys. I think RAD could start pushing for 17, 18, 19, probably towards $20 if that ends up breaking, technically speaking. So keep your eyes on Rite Aid here. SEDG is another one that I'm looking at here. Solar Edge Technologies. This one's down about $100 per share just in the past couple of weeks, and that equates to about a 26% drop from $390 down to about $280 right now. And what we're noticing is a bullish divergence here on the 4-hour chart. and it's holding the uptrending channel. You guys can see every time this thing has seen a blow-off top rally, it's come back. It's come back to earth. It's pulled back a bit towards the bottom of this channel, right? And just recently, back in the beginning of October, the stock was 260. It saw that blow-off top rally close to 400 in just a month and a half. And now we've gotten the pullback, right? The profit taking, whatever you want to call it. And we're getting ready for that next move, in my opinion, especially as, again, we're holding the bottom of this uptrending channel. So keep your eyes on SEDG. This could be a nice play back over, especially if we start breaking 290. This could go 300 plus easily, in my personal opinion. And as always, guys, this is my opinion. Don't take this as financial advice. Always do your own research, and always make your moves based on your research. That's very important overall. You guys know that saying, teach a man how to fish. I forget the exact wording here, but you know that saying. You want to teach a man how to fish, or if you give him fish, he's just going to rely on you for the fish. What the heck ever the saying is, drop the comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. Most of you guys probably do. So, yeah, keep that in mind. SEDG, it looks solid. Do your own research on it. CarMax, KMX, this one reports earnings, I believe, tomorrow morning. Let me double check here, guys. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, KMX is reporting, and this literally is the same setup as the one we just talked about, SEDG. We're towards the bottom of the channel. Buyers are stepping in. We had a 4% green day today, and we're testing the moving averages. And I believe if we break into the mid 140s, which is above the moving averages, KMX is going to break out probably towards 150, 155 again. And who knows, if they do well with earnings in the morning, that could set off the breakout, and we could start gaining a ton of momentum. So I just put my alert at $143 for KMX. Keep your eyes on it. I think it could be a play as long as it maintains this channel, which again, as of now, it is doing just that. And the next one is Matterport, ticker symbol MTTR. Matterport it's one of those plays that might be a metaverse play. It's used in real estate. You guys know, the 3D videos, the 3D scans of the houses. That's at least one way that Matterport is used, right, in real life. And the stock today went up 8.5%. It closed at $23.20, and just recently we hit 37, and that was just about 3 weeks ago. So that means from 37 down to $23, it is down almost 40%. This stock is well in a bear market, and in that same breath, it's in a bear market, yes, but it's also maintaining an uptrend. Typically, when you see stocks in a bear market, especially down 40%, the stock's just in free fall mode. It's collapsing. The trend is not looking good, but this stock, it's down 40%. And it's still holding trend. It's crazy. I mean, look at this. We're holding an uptrend. We held a higher low at about $21. Now we're pushing up 23. And I'm thinking if this breaks $25 right by the 180 moving average, which was support for a couple of months here. So if we break that, retake that moving average, $25, I mean, this is going to be a high-flying stock. I think it's going to go back to 30 plus. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to put my alert mark is at or above $25 again. That's right by the 180 moving average, and also the high point from the end of October, early November, and also, from the end of September. So if we take that point out, watch for a breakout. I'm telling you guys, Matterport is one of those stocks that could get hot very quickly. And Applied Materials is another one of those stocks that I'm looking at, right? This went up 4.4% just today. And as of now, we're trading towards the top of this wedge on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see ever since, the beginning of October, we've been making higher lows. And ever since the middle of November, we've also been making lower highs. So we're in this wedge. And now, again, we're trading towards the top of the wedge. We're above the moving averages. We had a 4.4% green day today. So I'm thinking if this takes out, let's say $153, $154, I'll put my alert right there right now. If that point breaks, AMAT is going to go AWOL, right? It's going to go crazy. I think it's going to start going for 160 plus, which at that point, if we break 159, into the 160s, that is going to be an all-time high for the stock. So set your alerts at 153. Keep your eye on the wedge. I think a big move is coming. And the last stock for today, before we wrap up the video, guys, hope you all are enjoying the video here today. It is PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL. And full disclosure, all you guys in my Patreon know this, I have been buying PayPal. Not in the past week or two, but over the past, let's say, month or two, I have been buying this dip. I mean, it's gone down from 300 to 180, 190, right? Actually got down to 178. And we've been straight up consolidating for about a month at this point. We haven't gone much lower than 178, and we've been holding 180 pretty strongly. And I'm noticing a bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart, and we're right by the moving averages. And I'm not saying this is the bottom for sure. I'm not saying a massive move is coming quite yet, but all I'm saying is I'm seeing some signs here, right? We're bottoming at 180 for the past couple of weeks. We're seeing a bullish divergence. If this thing gains momentum above 200, the reversal could really start happening, and that would be above the moving averages on this 4-hour chart. And just look at the 3-year chart for PayPal, guys. It makes sense that we're consolidating here. I mean, look at this time frame. We held above the 180 SMA not only now, but and now we're waiting for the breakout, but we also held above it back in March 2020. We held $85 above the 180 SMA, and that is where we saw the ridiculous rally to 300. So could history repeat itself? I think it could. And if we start breaking 200, I think this is going to rip. Probably mid-200s at least is where PayPal will be going. So that's pretty much it. And again, this is all my opinion, guys. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, as always. But again, these are my picks that I'm looking at: AMD, Rite Aid, SEDG, CarMax, Matterport, AMAT, and PayPal. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And don't forget to check out my Patreon if you guys want all my buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, plus more. Literally everything I'm doing, moves, options, trades, long-term investments, I'm posting on Patreon real time. Check it out, link down below, or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 5 stocks from Webull. All you have to do is use my link, deposit any amount of money, and we each get 5 stocks, and that is limited time. I think you guys have 2 or 3 more days to do that, so if you haven't done that, use the link down below, and also use my M1 Finance link down below if you want $50 with a $100 deposit. All that, again, is linked down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which I made one earlier going over 3 oversold stocks. Check it out. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.